nobody is really talking about this, but they should be. Because right now, immigrants are publicly admitting they misjudge Black Americans. Some are even saying, we are sorry. Others are saying, thank you. And once you understand why this is happening, you're going to see the whole conversation very differently. Let's see this clip and we'll be back.
Africans love Black Americans?
Yeah, of course, hell yeah, yeah, we love them. So they better be here.
A lot of people say they are Africans too, so we are one. And I'm happy to hear Black people who tell we are one. Because
Right.
it's that.
Right.
Yeah, we are one.
Right.
Because we from in the same continent. Because like the grandparents from Africa too, like the parents in Africa, yes, so we are one. Like he take you like his brother. You know how about first you be happy because you found your brother.
Do Africans hate African Americans? The short response to this is don't just take my word for it. Go to Africa and find out for yourself. But honestly, this rhetoric that continues to be pushed is not only downright disgusting, but it's continuing to push a divide amongst us. There are ignorant people in the African community. There are ignorant people in the African American community. Just like when I came here, I used to be made fun of for being African. I don't hold that against them because in the most respectful manner, they did not know any better. They were children and they were just going up for whatever was fed to them. If you go to Africa, you literally get treated like royalty. I'm telling you, royalty, bro. Last year, I went to my village with my boy Manhan, and when I tell you, up to this day, I spoke to my grandma the day before yesterday, and she was like, "Oh, how's my husband? Like, how's my husband?" Like, referring to my friend Manhan. That's like it's like a cultural thing where like your grandma would be like, "Oh, my grandson is handsome," like you know, that type of vibe. Like as an African American, when you go to Africa, you literally get praised, bro. I spent all my early life wanting to become like African American, bro. I loved watching Nino Brown. I wanted to be just like Nino Brown. I used to be walking around in Africa with a band-aid under my eye because I wanted to be like Nelly. I only saw posters, just off of posters alone, found him to be so cool. Within my friends group, there was a point where nobody went by their African name. Everybody wanted to be named something else. I was Nelly. Somebody else was 50 Cent. Somebody was Snoop Dogg. Like that's literally how it was. But the media is not gonna tell you that though. The media is not gonna tell you how many fights I got into because somebody wanted to be called Nelly. I'm like, nah, Nelly is me. You're gonna have to go find somebody else. And I'm dead ass. If I'm lying, God strike me. This is facts. I remember having a poster of 50 Cent on my wall because I wanted to be like him so bad. You know those tank tops with the bullet going through with the G unit? I wanted to be like, I literally started working out because I wanted to look like 50 Cent. I kid you not. I swear to everything. Does that sound like hatred to you guys?
Africans do not like Black Americans. So this is a fact.
No, it's an opinion, and a very asinine one at that. Because Africa is a continent with 54 countries and over 1.2 billion people. A statement such as Africans don't like African Americans is a very ludicrous statement because one, is perpetuating this narrative that there is beef and animosity between Africans and African Americans. And two, what that is doing is it's generalizing an entire continent based off of the actions of a couple of African hairdressers who live in America. And this is coming from someone who has traveled to 4 out of 54 of the African countries. Okay, so I went to Tanzania and I was treated like royalty. People were bowing at my feet. I felt like I was some type of long lost queen who had finally returned to the land. Let's talk about Ghana. Ghana was one of the most beautiful countries that I ever visited. I had a family who opened up their home to me. They were feeding me 3 times a day. We were living by the beach. They were doing so much to just make me feel welcomed and loved. So this is for all of my African American people. Go to Africa. Go to the different countries that are there. Learn some of the languages, learn some of the cultures there, because this is the thing. There are more similarities than differences between Africans and African Americans. And we need to kill this narrative. We need to break the plane and start the conversation so that we can get to know each other and enjoy the beautiful continent that we call the motherland, Africa, Azania. Okay? Peace and blessings, y'all. Go to the different countries that are there. Learn some of the languages, learn some of the cultures there, because this is the thing. There are more similarities than differences between Africans and African Americans. And we need to kill this narrative.
Them Africans is us, man. When you see them people, they look just like your family. It's just, you gotta see it, because we got to touch base with them, because they love y'all, man. You don't even know.
Africa is your land. You ain't gotta beg to be equal in it. You ain't gotta beg for your life to matter in it. What Africa is a blank canvas for you to create anything you want to create. We are too busy creating wealth for all the wrong folks. A lot of people don't know that a lot of African countries do accept dual citizenship. So you ain't got to just outright permanently move to Africa. You can keep citizenship in America and citizenship in Africa. My goal is just to get you to primarily reside in Africa, because that is the only way you will ever see equality.
Something unexpected is happening. Immigrants are starting to speak out, admitting they misjudged Black Americans. Some are saying we are wrong. Others are even saying thank you. And this isn't just random, it's a shift. So today we're going to break this down, listen to what's really been said, and understand why this moment matters than people think. Watch closely because by the end of this, you might see the whole conversation differently. My name is Faith. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the conversation. As always, credit to all creators whose clips are used in this episode. For disclaimers, this is for educational purposes. It is not meant to hate or discriminate against anyone. Let's see more clips.
Africa, black people need to start going back to Africa. Like, we love y'all, man. Our African brothers in America, we love y'all. This is just propaganda. Africa, beautiful, man.
African Americans are telling me in my comments, because I'm not from here, I don't have the right to speak about them. I've heard too many times that African Americans believe that we Africans look down upon them when we come to this country, that we think we're better than them. It's false. When we were young in Africa, we worshipped African Americans. Yes. We changed our names to African Americans. My friends in school were called Jim Brown, Black Moses. I was called Superfly.
Okay.
Yes.
Go King.
Blacks in Africa, the barbershop, we go to barbershop until blacks started wearing afro, and we stopped and we started wearing afro.
Really?
We blacks hated our own fabric, the dashiki, until African Americans made it popular in the 70s, and we all started wearing it back. As a case, I had his albums. We've watched all the movies. Kool-Aid High, TNT Jackson, A Hell Up in Harlem, Detroit 9000, Truck Turner, you name it. And then we go home and we're trying to practice how they speak and all that. That was when we were in Africa. Ask any African who went through the 60s and 70s. They'll tell you, oh, we love them. Maya Angelou moved to Ghana, and she was like a sister. 14 years she lived in Ghana. Her son had an accident and broke his leg and arm in Ghana. African Americans are telling me in my comments, because I'm not from here, I don't have the right to speak about them. Do you know W.E.B. Du Bois? Do you know where he died? He died in Ghana, was buried in Ghana, and Nkrumah built a center for Pan-African Studies. He came to Africa, the first black PhD holder from Harvard, W.E.B. He came to Ghana, Africa, to tell us that our best way is to be Pan-Africanist. We listened to him. We didn't tell him, who are you to come from the United States and tell us what to do? There's a guy called Kwame Ture. He was formerly called Stokely Carmichael. He's the one who came up with Black Power, Black Power. Do you know where he is right now? In Guinea, in Africa, with pistols on his hip. When you go into my comments, African Americans are saying, I don't know anything about them. Hear me. Know you, the African Americans, more than you know yourself. Why? Because I am coming from the place where they brought you from. So when I got here and I looked at you, I see too much of us in you, and that's why we stay away from you.
Black American women married to Nigerians sometimes become more Nigerian than Nigerians living in America. These people rock our outfits with love, with pride. They wear it everywhere. Sometimes they even wear it to a club. You'll get to the point now they eat our food with love. Jollof rice is selling today in America is because of these people. They dance to our music and embrace the culture with pride. Afrobeat blew up today in America is because of these queens carried it to their homes, community. They spread it, introduce it, and turn it into a movement. Give it to Black American women. Whatever we enjoy today in America as Africans is because of these people paved the way for us and still paving the way. These people will go to African restaurant, buy food for no reason. They will buy food for no reason. You get to the point now, a Nigerian man will prefer to go and eat junk, save his money to go and build house in the village. That's the truth. That is the honest truth. You get to the point now when you see African American woman hug her, tell her thank you. Whatever we enjoy today is not our right. It's because of these people are watching our back. They love us from a distance. African American women want to be African so bad. But a typical African in America want to be so Americanized. The industry we are dominating today in America, let's appreciate the African American people. You get to the point now, especially the women, because the women are the ones that will carry this good news to their men, and their men will not have no choice than to embrace it. I love you, queens. I love you, cousins. From me to you, I love you so much. I love you. Stay focused. You'll get to the point peace and love.
When I came to America newly, I used to think African Americans are lazy. They don't want to work and all that. You will never understand the struggle of African Americans until you live in the system for 5 years. Then you understand that being black in the system is already playing you 10-0. Like you are 10 steps behind. The schools in black neighborhoods, they're all underfunded. The only thing you can find anywhere, everywhere in black neighborhood is liquor store. Keep drinking and keep yourselves busy. Now I understand why everybody's fighting so much to live in white neighborhood. Before I used to say they are not proud of their skin color. They don't love who they are. But they're actually fighting for their children's future. Because being black in the system is already playing you 10-0. You are 10 steps behind. Is it you that is coming with underfunded certificates that want to be competing with somebody that is 10 steps ahead of you? Being black in the system is tough. You see, African Americans and Africans, we are all the same. Let us not be distracted. We are all the same. The only difference is that one is living in America, the other one is coming from Africa. Let's support each other's business. If you see your brother trying to make ends meet, support his business. You get to the point now. Peace and love.
So I just saw that Jada Wade that commented on one of my videos I made about her, right? I was busting up laughing because I'm just laughing at how times have changed now that the black Americans love us Nigerians. I say this as a true Atlanta native. Grew up in Atlanta, like when it was the Lil Jon days, all them times, right? And I was proud to be Nigerian, right? But I know how the tension was with black Americans and Nigerians. And even back then, for us Nigerian Americans, some of you guys know, nobody wanted to be Nigerian when they left their house. Now that I see how Afrobeats is taking over and more black Americans are embracing the culture, it's beautiful though. And I'll see why you black American women like us. You like the sauce. Let me give you the trick on why you guys love us so much. Nigerian men, we can be bastards, right? But we're going to be the most respectful, kind, and loving bastards you know. In fact, you are going to question saying, is this man really an evil man? We might play you small, yes, but we'll still love you as normal. Might even give you some money for your troubles. It confuses you guys because you guys have been dealing with, some certain type of men in America. But see, Nigerian men, we can be bastards. But like I said, we will love you while doing it. It's no harm. So welcome to all of you that are new to the Nigerian experience. I hope you enjoy it because I know you will. It comes with side effects, but hey, it's better than what you had before.
So when you really step back and connect all the dots, this moment we are watching right now is not random. It's not just people going viral. It's not just opinion changing overnight. For a long time, there have been a gap, a misunderstanding between Black Americans and other Black communities around the world. Different history, different struggles, different perspective. But now more people are starting to look deeper. They're starting to realize that the fight Black Americans have been in, the resilience, the culture, the voice didn't just stay in America. It echoed globally. It influenced how many Black people everywhere see themselves, express themselves, and even challenge system around them. And that's why you're hearing something different. Not just criticism, but respect. Not just distance, but acknowledgement. But here's the real question we have to ask ourselves. Is this the beginning of something real? Could this lead to a stronger unity between Black Americans and Black people across the world? Or is this just a moment, something that trends every day and disappears tomorrow? Because real unity takes more than words, it takes understanding, it takes consistency, it takes truth. And maybe, just maybe, this is where this conversation begins. So I want to hear from you. What do you think is really happening here? Is this a genuine shift or is just social media noise? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you made it this far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video because these are conversations we can't afford to ignore. See you in my next episode.